hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. I'm like stuck between a hard rock and a hard place. Alright. I want to do this. My heart's calling me to do this, so I might as well. First Kings, the throne. We had taken 6 steps back, 6 steps forward. Not either one each step. So the sense of these steps is a direction of where you have to go towards. It's like a lion standing at its armrest, trying to make a decision on what's best. Like Solomon, right? Palace of a specific force. This is the sense of displacement of what you believe that you would think that what our riches are. What riches are specifically, right? What must be considered silver or bronze or gold. As you stand beside them, they're right in front of you, these specifications. You're standing beside each plethora. So bronze, silver, gold, right? What is your kingdom internally? What is for you? Specific households that you might see. A fleet trading specific shipments or shipments of goods, right? If we want to view it metaphorically. Thank you, Joe. Thank you for the panda. I appreciate it. Ooh. Year after year, you receive these gifts. Year after year, you fought yourself and battled yourself with these specific gifts. Year after year, you vindicated yourself. When am I going to take heed? Or when am I going to take rest, right? It's a specific splendor yearly as received. So it could be 666 talents, right? Not including the revenues or the specific merchants or traders in front of you, besides you, that sit by you while you rest. So we're taking 6 steps backwards, 6 steps forward, sometimes 7 steps ahead, maybe 15 steps back again, right? The sense of these frustrations are the time of the ships of the Haram, right? But yet you're shielded, and it hammers you because you're like, well, which step specifically should I be partaking or taking? And what is it for me that I desire so much, right? What am I asking for exactly? Thank you, Kratos, for the rose. Hello, love. How are you? You guys are awesome. I love it when you guys hear me. Most of you can truly understand, and I find that to be splendid myself. And it's crazy because we're here talking about First King Solomon's splendor and the specific talents overall, and what you have to really choose from specifically. I'm wonderful. 3. What 3 are you going to choose from? You got the Arabian kings, you got the Solomons, you got the governors. I don't know what your heart, right? It's like sitting on a path of overlayment, right? You're like, You know where you have to choose the specific pictures when you go on TikTok and you're like, nah, right? You believe that that's it, and that's not the case. We're like, okay, we rather choose this, right? But how can we know if we haven't even taken what we call a taste of it, right? We don't know, so we go towards what we're comfortable at, exactly. But I believe God wants you to be uncomfortable. He wants you to try something out. You'll never know. But we go towards, we pick specifically what we're mostly comfortable in, what we believe that we know. So come out your comfort zone, okay? If you believe for some reason that you were going to, thank you for the rose, Kratos. If you believe that we were going to settle for silver, knowing that you can receive gold, and then at times we'll be like, you know what, I'm settling for silver because I can't handle gold right now. It's not because you're like, okay, fine, I'll choose the gold then because it's better than silver. But what if that silver, right, it can either decay, it is your choosing, right, it can turn bronze, Would you rather take the specific steps of your life in order to succeed and remain happy, right? Remain happy because of your desires. Are we exceeding ourselves? Are we in the positioning where we know, we believe for some reason we can't take, right? Or justify, but you can't seem to understand why you got there to begin with, right? Thank you for the follow. We got apes, we got baboons, so right away I got animals. Some of you love animals. And it's so funny because this is what I was talking about earlier this morning. God created animals before he created us. But what are we exactly? We're very unique, right? We're distinctive, instinctive towards animals, connected towards animals. Some of you could be gracefully connecting towards animals too. You might change your diet, I don't know. But that's why it talks about 666 talents. Let's get more into it. Make support for your body. Make support for your body. Something about your eyes. Your body is exceeding. Happy your men must be. Happy your officials will continually to stand before you and hear your wisdom. It could be your time. Praise be to the Lord your God, who has delighted in you and placed you on the throne of Israel. Times of Israel. Kings to maintain justice and righteousness before you. The desire. Because these are hard questions, and hard questions obviously you're going to answer easily. You're going to be put in a position where you are uncomfortable. Specific questions are going to be obviously indicated towards you, but you're going to be like the very great caravan. I will return these to you with her retinue to her own country, besides what he had given her out of his royalty bounty. Chariots, cars, are these like material goods, possessions? These are to be exterminated at first, primarily eradicated, due to the fact that you needed to know from the ground up of the land that you stand in and understand other peoples too, as well, suffering too. Big hasta Puerto Rico, estoy bien. That's awesome, good evening. So constructed, the support, terrace, 3 times a year to sacrifice. We're going on to 2 Kings real quick. We suffered a lot. Innocent blood was shed. Besides the sin that had caused Judah to commit, so that they do evil in the eyes of the Lord. This was the thought primarily against specific houses of Habab, wiping it and turning it upside down, wiping it and turning it around, because of the remnants of your inheritance that was still left, came back towards you. Very little inheritance still left, and the rest was falling towards you. So if you have this much, the rest needs to come towards you back again too as well. It talks about completion, wiping out the dominions or the domains of the house of the enemies. Your aura is growing, it's expanding, so it's illuminating beyond your community. It's completely far. Receiving the wisdom of the book of the Annals of the kings of Judah. He was buried in his grave in the gardens of Uzzah, and Josiah his son succeeded him as king. Because it's your time. It's like a measuring line. Do not pass this far. Do not pass or surpass this far. It's like we're standing in the front gates of the doors, the corridor. They can't even surpass your door. They can't even go inside your home or your house. It's growing. They're trying to figure out, find ways to stop that. And sometimes all it takes is one person. Sometimes it can take an army. It just depends. They will plunder by all their foes. Eluded and plundered by all their foes because they have done evil. So their own enemies will also be against whoever was against you, or their friends becoming now their enemies, being of support to you against them. You are beside God, so send me. I'm here, I'm ready, so send me. Send me. Some of you are ready. It took you 31 years. Some of you are 31 years old. Some of you are 32. Anywhere between 30 and up. The ones that are in their 20s, I believe you're still going through something. The ones that are 33, you could be going through the end of your specific lessons in life right now. Sent the secretary. Sent the high priest. Ready the money that has been brought into the temple. So you know that you need support. Without support, how can you be ready, especially in this world right now? You're going to know what to do when it comes to your primary funds, or the funds that you're being blessed with and supported with. You are the doorkeepers. The doorkeepers. That's exactly what I was just talking about, right? The book of the law that needs to be founded or has been found will come to truth. Because you walked right in it and you didn't even know that you did. He did what was right in the eyes of the Lord and walked in all the ways of the Father David, not turning aside to the right or to the left. The book of the law. That's what could be going on now, 2 Kings. I keep getting dig deeper. Dig deeper. They don't need to be watching your pockets. They don't need to be watching your pockets. It's not their business, it's God's. This is God's money. Give him 10%, 9%, 5%, whatever the case may be. I don't know what you're going to do in regards to giving from the heart. And I believe that that's the intention. So he has provided provision, or need to provide for you so that you can exceed beyond your means for other people. You're not giving your energy away towards other people. No, you're shielded from that. The gates are guarded. The doorkeepers are here. You are to collect, but you are also to serve. You are also to entrust in the money that you receive. Don't worry about other supervisions, especially if it has to be from work. You will be watched, but you will be watching others even more closely. Okay? Some of you, for some reason, you were like, I need to repair specific things in my mind before I enter those doorways. I need to prepare certain things internally before I enter any other journey or chapter in my life right now, because we're still in the safe haven type of energy, this sense of bubble. Some of you already gotten out of your bubble. You've got workers, you've got supervisors, you got secretary, it could be receptionists. These are informants. You're driven from a different cloth. You're from a different cloth. Understand that. Okay? You're acting faithfully. That's what they would have believed. They believed that you were acting faithfully. Or it was just some sort of facade or a specific mask. But you're drawn from a different cloth. A lot of people are going to awaken and see that for themselves. Hilkiah, Shaphan. You guys are getting it? Are you guys getting it? Okay, those that are new, I'm just led to current circumstantial situations in life, in this world in general, and allow you to see a plethora of more of an expansion view. Not just of what the scriptures is indicating, but also what's going on right now in the 3D world right now, so that you guys can get much more of an understanding of what you're battling with and what you're dealing with. Okay, and I'm talking about reality here. This is not a joke. Okay, let me know if you guys want me to continue forward, and if you guys are new, be sure to share, follow, and like. You guys also understand this. I'm also learning from you guys too. You are helping me here clearly. helping me see deeper. Okay? Without you guys, how can I know where I stand with God? I was also battling with myself too. You guys seen that, right? Back, forth, back, forth. It's like, which path is she going to take? So most of you have seen my growth, especially those that basically have been very loyal to me. Okay? And I to you. Alright. Let me see if there's anything else. I got a Josiah. Let's see here. This could have started with you guys when you were 8 years old. Possibly maybe between 5 to 8 years old. 5 to 8 years old. It took you so many years. He reigned 31 years and all. You got a mother and a daughter that is starting to see now. He did what was right. Finally, right? I keep getting finally. Outside resources, sources. Finally. That's my word right now that I'm getting. Finally, right? Finally. Let's look at. Yes, Sybil, but if they listen, and I'm going to say this much because this is what I've been battling with myself. If they need clarity, I will give them that. Okay? For God's help, trust me, I will give them that. Alright? But yes. Yes. I don't want to confuse anyone. Could this be celebration from above? Celebration from the Most High? 1 Chronicles 16:31. Rejoice, let the earth be glad. So if it speaks about exhilaration or exile, right? To be revived, exhilarated. Let them say among the nations the Lord reigns. Let the sea resound and all that is in it. Let the fields be jubilant and everything in them. Something about home. I should return. And I'm going to bless the family. Okay, I don't know who I'm speaking with. If this resonates with you, let me know. It is God's promises. I could also speak about the ancestral times of David, Solomon, the year of Jubilee, and the Feast of the Trumpet. All these things have to surpass. Okay? All these things have to go, it has to go through the right way. It speaks about order. Alright? There's going to be a reporter. There's a reported. It has been reported already. All the words of the entire Revelation. Because this has to pass. This has to be done correctly, the right way. The right way. Prayers, David's prayers, is important for a reason. Sent him over my house. Take my love away from him. What did you guys have to sacrifice? Could it be in regards to a home or a house or some sort of predecessor or establishment that would be stable and would stay forever? It could be because of your establishment. Do we have to feel lonely? Do we have to depart in order to establish something forever? Could have been that God was saying, give me my attention. Could have been saying, you know, love me the way that you love him. Love me the way that you love her. Form some sort of relationship. And this could also be too as well. I send someone your way. I send someone over the house. just to look after it. Whatever you guys suffered, possibly may have not seen someone already, missing them, and you prayed over them or over the house. Could be possible. Because I see a David reporting. I can see a David reporting to the Most High on specific kings that sit on the right side of him, or commanders that go towards him or to him. Could this be my warriors? Could be you. Yes. Hi, Angel. How are you? Hello. All right. Now you have been pleased to bless the house of your servant. May it continue forever in your sight. It's your sight. Some of you are just walking. You don't know where you're going to land, but you're just walking. You don't know how you're going to start, but you're just doing. It talks about the process of progress. You guys always, like when you drove and you traveled, you've seen specific wordings just come out at you, right? They will pop out at you. Specific banners that have specific wordings that says progress, progressive. Yes, Sybil. Would you like for me to go within, or do you need me to clarify for you, love, as I go within? It's up to you. Thank you, God. Natural. What God gives you. You don't need materials. It comes from within. But it's up to the people to discern on their end if it's related or resonate, or they believe that they may need clarification. Sometimes clarity has nothing to do with me. So, for love, did we miss something? Did we miss something? Because did we miss someone? I am feeling emptiness. Did you not do something right? This was what you're thinking in your head. Do you believe that you need to be better? No. What happened to the times that you were happy when you did not search? Now that we're looking, we are concerned. Now that we're looking, we believe that we lack something and we didn't clearly work on it. So you believe for some reason that you need to backtrack. No, you don't. No, you don't. Let God serve you, the right person, love. If someone's making you feel as if you have not done enough already, then they're not for you. If you're in this head, these thoughts, it's depleting your faith from continuing to want to move forward with love. But your faith, your desire has always been there. Don't let no one deplete you or drain you. Sometimes people come in for a season just to receive from you and then go. Have this tendency of basically staying around you, feeding you with nonsense. I believe what we just need to do at this time, I have a feeling that there's a Psalms for relationship. And it's difficult to want to move on and to move new. Why? Because we're stuck. Someone has us stuck. Trying to say don't move forward, don't go towards anyone new. Keeps us there, but then drains us. Withers us, makes us believe that we're not good enough. And that we don't deserve anyone, Sybil. You deserve whatever you desire. And whatever God gives you, pray to you, pray for you, build a house, servant that has found courage to pray to you. Songs. There's a relationship, if you Google, and I believe it would attack whatever's making you still, to the extent where you believe you're not worthy enough. I don't know if this person's putting you in some sort of trauma bond so that they can enjoy themselves knowing that you're still standing and waiting for them, just so that you can receive some form of validation that they took from you. They took it from you. There was times that you were excited. There was times that you felt fulfilled. And it always tends to happen when you're not around someone specifically that's tying you down, holding you down. And then when someone flees and leaves, you don't feel like yourself. You'll receive clarity, and you will have revelation, the entire revelation. When it comes to love, so this has to be broken, whatever's within you. This tie that is not, it's no longer you, it's not giving you no sense of freedom or happiness or comfort or security. Women, they desire security. That's their whole forte. Don't give me security if you can't give me a stability or a sense of establishment. Don't say that you will say, but yet you don't do. Don't indicate that you promise, yet that's not truly your intention. Take my love away. I will be his. I will be his. Let God serve you. Let him find someone for you. Don't search, don't look. Don't look. It's a promise. These are the good things to your servant. You have brought me this far. God has brought you this far. So what makes you think he will not carry you away from what's not yours? There's reasons why people flee from you. They're not meant to stay. It's not yours for the taking, nor is it theirs. But the one who will stay will pray with you, for you. Won't want to leave you. Will miss you when you're separated. Will need you even more when you're closer. But you deserve love. And if you know that you deserve love, why not be blessed with the best? Thank you for the bear, Big Joe. It's the tie to break. Yes, love. Thank you, Sybil, for confirmation. Yes, that's what's not allowing you to move forward and beyond with your current partner. We must break that. We cannot entertain someone new if we're still holding on to the old. God can't carry you further than what you're carrying yourself if you're not giving yourself completely. It makes no sense. All right. Thank you, Big Joe. Let's continue. Ah, yes, it is. I agree with you, Joshua. Yes, it does. That is correct. We don't know how many entities we're sleeping with when we choose to lay with someone who is not part of us, all of us, one of us. We start becoming them. We don't understand why we're in a state of confusion. You will find out. That's why it's good to purify yourself. Because if not, you feel this sense of defeat. You know? So, guys, right away it says David's victories. But why do I keep getting country courses, courses of time? It's like the countries are being hit harder right now. Villages, Philistines, my lordy, Moabites. The rivers were first. And now it's going to talk about the seas, the oceans. What's below will reach above. Time to come out. Even for us, time to say hello. Could this be the new discoveries? New discoveries. You guys are going to discover so much more. I know some of you are probably like, why now? Why not before? It's too much for the eye, right? It will become too much for the eye, everything that's surrounding. So everything obviously has to be vindicated in portions. Damascus, Aramins, Haradas, Sobah, Tabal and Kun. The Bronze Sea, pillars and various bronze articles. Letting everything occur before the actual victory. Allowing things to take place before the actual victory. Allowing mass to fall in place or fall off before the victory. Allowing everything to just wither and shatter before the great victory. Some of you fought so hard. Hear it with your own ears. Went out to redeem for yourself. You heard it with your own ears. You went out to redeem for yourself. So you went out to go and see for yourself. And this is exactly what you've seen. Specific wonders. Sometimes these wonders could be treacherous or awesome. It's just how you see it. Remember, God said, do not worry about the specific changes in this world. Because at the end of it all, it's going to turn out to wonders, because it's supposed to get to a specific extent in your life. Driving out. Allowing things to just drive itself out. It's a recourse. Like a chariot. Like a wheel. Driving itself out. Little by little. So that God does not really promise the whole world or degrade specific people in their lives, especially those with children. And you know, God's very merciful. Understand that. Certain natural causes yet must be served. So anything that needs to get served. Hello, Benny. Here's that, guys. Thank you, Joshua. Yeah, some of the people outside of the lives don't want to come in. Some want to come in. Some are completely intrigued. All I do is pray and just continue to ask God for more wisdom and understanding, to the extent where I break it down with God's help and due diligence, because this is not easy. I'm not just for His people to see and actually adhere to, right? This is not easy. This is something not easy. It takes everything within your soul and power. Because it's a promise. That God's people will not have a problem in doing. Trust me. God does not leave anyone unintended. He makes sure he completes the task. Even when we feel drained or defeated, he still picks you up. Sybil, you will know that once you break a specific tie, that means a weight, tension that you're feeling. This type of tension that you're feeling and weight is not coming from your current party. This tension and weight that you're feeling is coming from a specific tie that is very hard to let go of. How can we partake and give of ourselves all? How can we understand that we have clarity about our person without questioning? If we know who we are completely, if we know where we stand fully, we don't have to question the other person. But if God is showing you red flags already, and you have your soul internally questioning you, your mind, your heart that's aligned together, then that is of a concern, correct? You always ask God to protect you, to always look after you, to send you some form of truth. And he's given it to you. It's right in front of you. So if you have to question your partner, be concerned and worry, have sleepless nights as to what his whereabouts and what's going on, and he hasn't given you no indication for you to trust him, then that's your answer right there. We shouldn't accuse without factors. We need black and white always, so that we do not look foolish. But if he's still standing by you, and he's being honest with you, and you know it in your heart, because you laid with him, you are connected with him like glue. You laid with him. A woman has these instincts and intuition. God gave it to you. So if you're staying there and standing there, ask yourself, are these what? Insecurities? Are they coming from me or my person? What is it that I must do to make sure that the person is completely secure, right, in my arms? And it's healthy, I believe, to separate from one another. This is the only way that you're going to figure out the truth. But if we continue to remain attached to them like glue, if it's not for a specific purpose or reason, which is love, then how will you know? These specific advices sometimes doesn't have to come from another specific party, but if we need that clarity, then we know. What kind of relationship do you have with the Most High? Is it personal? Do you go to specific churches to redeem or surrender? Have we prayed to let all types of ties out of us? Did we pray for the other person that left us to not be confused anymore? That they can go and be happy elsewhere? Did we actually communicate and say, I no longer need your services, or I'm just not connected to you as I was before, even though it may hurt them? There are specific ways of loosening ties and ends so that you can move forward completely and give yourself to a person that does love you the right way, fully. Not needing clarity from the other person, because eventually they will tell you that they love you. Not enforcing it out of them. Just allowing them to see that they are calm and in peace. Most men, when they have a peace of mind, they will not argue with you. They won't startle anything. They won't instigate. Unless something is bothering them around them, then they'll communicate. And if they don't communicate, then they didn't care to begin with. Men show love differently. But when they're at peace, they trust you. They won't bother you. They won't even question you. They won't even make your day a living hell. They see you differently because you're also keeping your word with them. So unless we didn't do anything to the extent that we now have insecurities because our conscience kills us, and that's also another gift that God has given us as a conscious, then we're fine. We are completely fine. And that projects it onto your partner or your husband or your spouse. They feel your energy. Remember, they lay with you. They deflower you. Certain things we allow ourselves to get into, and then it's very difficult for us to get out of it. So we have to adapt and accept. It doesn't mean that we cannot become stronger and overcome it. It doesn't matter how many years you've been with someone, you're always changing. You are forever changing because you're growing. And that's just how God utilized you to be. How can you grow without wisdom? How can you grow without experience? How can you grow without fortitude? Your soul is always growing. If you cannot lay in the grave, Tanya, if you cannot handle that grave and how deep it has gotten, then don't lay in it, love. Ask God to show you the way. It's funny because what I'm picking up, you already know what to do. Sometimes we just choose not to because it's so difficult to start over. And I believe that that could be the biggest form of fear. Just know that He has you, no matter what decision making that you will do. You will be fine. Your child will be fine. Who will not be fine is the person connected to you, laying in their own grave. And God will keep them there while you get out of it and covet your grave. Oof. You will covet your grave, and the other person will be laying in the grave. That's deep. But if you cannot deal, do not. God will not give you anything that you can't handle. But if you believe that you're strong to lay in that grave, knowing that it wasn't your grave that you dig deep, that's up to you. You have free will. Just because we allowed it doesn't mean we have to stand there. Just because we allowed it doesn't mean we have to lay in it even more. You know what I mean? I'm trying to see what else, because most of you are serving God righteously, because most of you have kept serving righteously, because God is pleased with you, you are to be blessed. Some of you don't understand why you got yeses and approvals, possibly maybe of loans or a new start, a new environment. It's like you got away at the right time, right place, because you kept moving forward. Some of you have got things. Could these be material goods? Don't worry about that. God's going to give you your youth back. God's going to give you your youth back because of everything that was stolen from you, everything that was taken, diminished. He's going to give you your youth back. I hope you guys are getting that, you understanding that. He's giving you your sight. You know, some of you could be like, well, I'm 45 and I have a cataract, well, I'm blinded. No, He's giving you your sight. You are not to be stepped on, plundered, gravelled, thrashed, thrown in the garbage. You are highly protected. Some of you When something was supposed to really bother you, it's not gonna bother you. It's not that you don't understand it. You understand it. You just see through someone. They don't even want to face you with problems anymore. They don't even want to tell you about issues or problems. They just I can see someone just. Have you ever seen? I don't know if there's specific movies that you've seen where you're walking like fine wine, and you're directed to speak towards someone, and at the corner of the side, it could be like a living room or something, or like a hallway. You don't even know you're being watched. The other person doesn't even know that they're being heard, and you're just walking like fine wine, and someone just wants to just stomp on your parade. They just want to stomp on it because they don't like you. And someone behind there, or behind that specific person, the thing is that you don't see that person because you're so directed on a respectful manner towards whatever the other person is inclined to indicate or state. This could be anywhere: family, friends, work, co-workers. And someone would say, or not say, because they could be in the next door. That's how closely someone's watching you. And then, I don't know, sometimes people put in their specific 2 cents to see that it would bother you, just to irritate you, just to infuriate you. And you're so calm. Your response is so calm. I don't know, some of you could be saying, I'll go get it. Okay, sure. Okay, let me retrieve it. Some of you stood overtime too as well. Overtime to do the hard work because for some reason, intuitively, because you're being watched from the Most High, they could have told you that something not nice is going to happen the next day. Some of you could have dreamt it, and you guys just decide to stay. You didn't have to stay. You could have left home early, but you made sure to take care of it because it was just in your head. But even though you knew that you weren't putting any forth of a balance when it comes to family, home, or specific relations, but if you just justify that in a specific text or call, I keep seeing a scene happening, a call that you must stay late, and either your partner or someone believes for some reason you're doing something sneakish, yet they figure out and they find out that they call and you're still at your desk, and then they call again and you're still at your desk. But you pick up because God's like saying, don't worry, your husband's just testing you, and he's going to know that you're right? And then your husband or your wife is at peace, and they're okay at home because they're waiting for you, or they might be waiting for you in a parking lot, especially if you don't have a specific ride at home, or you had to go overtime and you couldn't even take a specific bus because you don't ride or you don't drive. And the thing about it is that someone stood there or could have checked up on you or was watching you through the system of you working, overcoming something, because for some reason you already knew ahead of time that you were going to be faced, because possibly someone of higher up, supervisory position, secretarial, something, were going to get at you because they never taught you the specific way, so you taught yourself. That's how God works. Because when something is meant for you, it's meant for you. I can see you like fine wine walking in a hallway setting, and you're like, I got it. I'll give it to you right away. And the person's so confused. So confused. Huh? Wait, what? They're like scratching. And the person that's sneaking could be higher up from them. And they leave. And they smile. And they go back to the office. You're understanding the assignment. But do not leave things unattended. I know you guys, most of you are completely tired and drained of why this continues to happen, but it will stop soon enough. It will calm. Trust me. It's going to calm down. Let's see, love. The traitor betrays, the looters takes loot. And this is my body is racked with pain. Could you be going through this, Venny? I feel attacked. I will bring this all to an end, all the groaning that she caused. Thank you for confirmation. The whirlwind sweeping through the Southland, an oracle concerning the desert by the sea. Every night I stay at my post with a team of horses. The images that shattered you to the ground. It could be toxic day after day, my lord. I stand on the watchtower. It could be toxic. Why you stay? You must stay, but why? To rack, so they can feel the pain that you'll. Don't worry. Why you stay? Why do you stay, Benny? They set the tables, spread the rugs, they eat, they drink, get up. Because you know, some way, somehow, you have hope, love. But does this person partake in your hope? Do they drink off the same drink, the same cup of you? No. Their thoughts are not your thoughts. It perceives you. They boasted. And these are the people that you relied on. Fled to for hope, for deliverance, the King of Lycera. So how can we escape? That's exactly what you're asking. And this is what the Lord says to me. Go post the lookout and have him report what he sees. When he sees the chariots with teams of horses, riders on the donkeys, or riders on the camels, let him be alert, fully alert, and let the lookout be shouting. Flee. This will crush this person. They didn't know that you knew. Makes me tremble. They're gonna know what you felt. This person believes that there's nothing wrong. This person believes that they can get away. But all the images that God has sent you, all the red flags, then flee. And if you cannot flee, but you must leave at right timing, you have sources, you have support. Not the ones that you believe in your heart that betrayed you, no. Not the ones that just checks up on you little by little here and there. Every day. Someone that is consistent, that stood by you, even though we don't want to burden someone specifically. So go to them. They will not be burdened anymore. Do you know what's burdening them that you have not left yet? Isn't that a good answer? That's a good answer. Haven't left yet. That's what's bothering them. Songs to let go. God will help you let go. You're not a burden to someone who checks up on you every day or every other day. What burdens them is that you have not left yet, because you have a hard time trusting everything and anything. And God showed you red flags in front of you, and you're still tied to them. Whoever left and is still by your side, not want to partake in their foolery, that's the person that you go towards. And no, you will not be a burden to them. They will give you food to eat. They will make sure your head gets rest, enough for you to think and take care of what's next. And I believe that at that time, God will show you the way, and you'll be very happy and relieved. Right now, you have a weight of a brick on your back, to be honest with you. Okay? It's like it says, at this At this, my body is racked with pain. So first Isaiah 25. So he knows you were going through something. You've been asking for so long. But it's the fear that makes you tremble because you believe that you don't know who to go towards, and all this time you knew. You just didn't want to burden someone, but someone says, look, here comes a man in a chariot with a team of horses. They were just waiting for you to leave. And that's what's burdening them. They're not giving you their problems. They're taking care of it. Then ask God to revive you again. You're still breathing. Who says you cannot breathe a life after you're dead? All you have to do is ask. Send me. I'm ready. That's all you have to do. I'm ready. Send me. Just like you send others. Who said that there's no gatekeepers right now? Unless you ask God for a break. Be careful what you ask for. Make sure that what you're asking for is true to your heart. So if you're asking God for a break, there ain't no gatekeepers yet. I'm ready. Send me. That's it. That should not wound you. You should ask God to be covered. You've been through enough. Haven't you shed tears enough? Unworthy tears. Tears that people weren't even supposed to see you cry or drop. And yet those are still being accounted for. God can come down and wipe those tears from your eyes and give you a hug. He'll tell you, take my hand. But he sends his people because we're not worthy to see his light just yet. Just yet. Alright guys. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it.
Phone is hot, super hot. It's burning my thumbs.
You ready?
No.
I'm turning the pages.
What's my phone?
So job and songs.
What's my phone? Is it charging?
Yes. Thanks be to God, Benny. Alright. Your mouth is powerful, Benny. It's not hot. We make it hot. We make it harder. I am. I will. And I can. As you also continue to serve other people, help other people, please understand that God sees you. He knows the workings. He knows what you're doing. So always give yourself thanks for serving, because it will come right back to you. I don't know how many times fold, but only God knows what you can handle and what you cannot handle. That's the first step, Benny. Portions, remember. Portions. Gravitate towards portions. It's okay to take rest and not do. It's okay to leave and to just live. But always have a reason as to why you're living. Let's not destruct ourselves in servitude of our own life or others. Right? Because that can happen. but it doesn't have to. A lot of you have been asking for exile anyways, for revivals anyways. How many chiefs have came or ships have come in but then fled? How many chiefs and ships have come in but have not served? Plenty. Alright. Darkness, no wonder. Job, and then we'll go to Psalms. Job 5:24. Darkness comes upon them in the daytime. This is beautiful. This is exactly what we're saying. And this is what's happening now. You guys can confirm on your end. So when the poor has hope, the injustice shuts its mouth. And it can be vice versa. The justice shuts its mouth because the poor has hope. I like that. The justice shuts its mouth because the poor has hope. Not the injustice. The injustice shuts its mouth, so the poor has hope. The injustice is not what is being indicated, insinuated, dictated, not saying a word, because they don't have the information to feed, to give, to feed the soul with. But the poor has every inch of information. And that's to carry with hope and faith. But also to serve the needy. And with that soul that they carry with, it's a powerful soul. Only speaks when it's spoken to speak, or when it's told to speak. But then it shuts its mouth. When it cannot just yet, doesn't mean that it will not continue. And this is what could be going on now. Let me know if you guys understand me, if I'm getting somewhere on the right path. Because, God's people have been screaming out to be understood for the now. Not the future, not backwards, right? 250 years ago, such and such, and no. We want the now. Right. I gotta bend my legs, guys. Give me a sec. You guys are so smart. I love it. Oh my gosh. God, you are waking up your people. And it's exciting me. It is exciting me that God's waking up his people. It's exciting me. I'm excited that you're excited, that I'm excited. It's beautiful how the energy just boom, 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 boom. It just bounces all over the place of excitement. And good. That's how it's supposed to be. If not, God's people will not stay to listen, to adhere to see, to seek righteousness, to seek understanding. You have to be humiliated, reprimanded, all this stuff, in order to gain that vulnerability. No, that's why God is also your friend, because he says, whoa, right? Like that of the horse's mouth, whoa, take heed. So he saves them from the clutches of the powerful. We are not to be too powerful. We are not to be all that. God's the only one that is to be of the Almighty. He saves you from that. He says, whoa, you're doing too much. right? Like I said, portions for his people to feel that sense of comfortability during times of uncomfortability, right? Because he wants you to be uncomfortable. It's not, how will we know that we're doing something righteous? Right. So, yes, you know what? God is aware that he wounds, but he also binds you up from that wound. He also covets you from that wound. He heals with your hands your injuries, or if you were injured, soon enough to be healed. That's the same thing internally. This pain cannot endure nor last long, but you will learn from it. And this one speaks about obstacles coming your way without you even asking for it. It's like you're telling yourself, oh man, do we have to go through this? Do we have to go through the cause and effects of the world of today and the famine and the plagues and all this ruckus? God, I didn't ask for it. Can I stay away from it? Can I steer away? Yeah, but what happens when it comes closer? You're going to feel like you're being pushed to the edge, right? Where you feel uncomfortable, where you feel like you've got to do something about it. So God's people are like, all right, fine, I'll do it. In famine, he will ransom you from death, and in battle, from the stroke of the sword. You'll be protected from the lash of the tongue. Because now you're talking from desire, from urgency, from emergency for God's people. It is no longer your temple speaking. It is your soul that's exhilarating. Euphoric, aura type of feeling. This ransom, though, God, the stones of the field at the time of famine, you are the calmness of the storm, even in times of death or of battle. So when there's chaos and ruckus, there's phone calls and invitations, and because you calm people, there's a barrier, a form of protection around you. People will want to be around you when there's ruckus and chaos and storms going on, and you're calm, soothing. Not even entities within you wants to be around a specific party or person. There's something about you. I know it doesn't feel like death, but that's how God makes it to be, because, well, you probably came from it. You got out of it. You got out of something that felt like death. Redemption, anybody? You're being protected from the lashes because you're not even afraid of death. You may feel like it's death every day because you're lonely. And God's keeping you from your youth. And He's protecting you from your aura, your energy. You're shielded. Every battle, each journey, each stroke, each wound will be healed. Anyone who comes forth or around you will be calm, healed, feel secluded from chaos and conflict, even natural causes that are stirring up from the outside world, and any sort of destruction. That's what happened with Job. He was protected, even though he was filled with famine and faith, and everything else that caused around him that he was easily able to see now who were friends or foes, who was enemies.
who was enemies and then became friends, because that could be a possibility. Maybe they had to fall with you. Maybe they had to be against you in order to fall, to now see through. Yeah, enemies do change. They become your opposition, and then they become your greatest friend. Mm-hmm. Hello, Margarita. Big ups to Seattle, love. Thank you guys for likes. 7.3k likes. Yes, thank you, Father. You have to be doing something. So please bind up your people. Bind them up. Wake them up. Shake them up. Shake them up, right? Covet them. Do something. Because they're in here listening. So they do want to change. Big ups to Alaska. Ooh, Alaska. Stop it. Alaska. Oh my gosh, big ups to you guys. Big up to you guys. I don't know why I feel the need to want to speak about Alaska, but we won't get there yet. I'm told to be quiet. That's true. When you said I became friends with someone I didn't get along with at first, lol. He's laughing. Oh, because you know something too. That's why you're laughing. Yeah, God has great humor because he has great works for you all. That's why he loves to smile, a sense of excitement. Emergency and urgency is time for dues, rewards, liberation, to be liberated and free, be exiled, revived, a sense of a survival. It takes a lot. It really does take a lot to pick yourself up. There is a reunion. Maybe Jiggy Smoker. Peace and thumbs up. Yeah, Anyways, big ups to Alaska. That's all I gotta say. I can't say anything yet when it comes to Alaskans. On vacation, see you later. Oh, hi Vince. Yeah, ooh, yes, I seen videos. Enjoy yourself. You're doing good. You're doing really good. Continue to remain focused and active and enjoy yourself as much as you can. All right. All right. Stones of the field. Wild animals will be at peace with you. When I said wild animals, it's like building a stone around you, and then not just crows, like a garden. You got like every one of them surrounding your home, your house, wherever you're at. You guys are trying to find, let's secure our inner tents first before we secure something that we need to find that would feel like a sense of fulfillment and security. So you're trying to find a peaceful area, location, spot. It starts here. And wherever you go, some people are just not gonna like it. And that's okay, we can't change them. They're not gonna like it. The security starts from you. The peace starts from you. You'll change the surroundings of your field, your crops, your home, your garden, your ways. And some people will just continue to observe you and watch you from afar. And you're going to be okay with that. You're going to be okay with that. As long as you're at peace. As long as you know that you're not bothered easily. And continue to give prayer. It's important. Okay? And no, God's not finished with you. He's not finished with you. You got bigger fish to fry. Not finished with you. That's why some of you have to go towards this next chapter that you're like, I thought I was done. No, you're not. You're ready for the big boys. You're ready for the big people. You're not done. I know some of you are like, I want this to be done though. I know, right? That's why God tells you take rest. Take rest. You're always going to take heed. Trust me. Your eyes are going to see beyond even yourself. I know. You guys are like, amen to that, empath nurse. Yes. Yes, we don't have to explain too much. No. No. God created your eyes. They're so powerful, men or women. Women or men. You could be both in one temple. Please know that. God can do whatever he pleases to do. Man and woman in one temple. Understand that. Unified. Unitized, like one. Okay? Remember that. If it's for you, it's for you. You don't have to make up your mind right now, but it will be made, whether you're ready or not. Just go with the flow of life. You'll see, you'll understand soon enough. It's not going to give you everything right away. He will complete your tasks and your gifts. They will continue to grow. That, yes, especially if you have some sort of destiny to do. You just still, for some reason, believe that you don't know what it is. But deep down inside, in that little nice, beautiful heart and soul of yours, your soul screaming out to you, like, yes, you do know what it is. You've done it before. This time now, maybe an army will be presented in front of you and an army will go down. I don't know. Just depends on what your gift is. Is it exemplified? Simplified? Now it could be simplified, but it will be strengthened. Before it could have been scattered, right? All over the place. All over the place. Yeah, that's all you have to do is your presence. Don't try to make people like you. If they don't like you, they don't like you. That's fine. What you need to shut is what's within them, not them. I'm going to say it again. What you need to shut is what's within them, not them. Some of you may say, I have no issue with you. Who I have an issue with is what's within you. What exactly is within me? Do you not see it? Do you get upset so easily? What angers you? Because it's not them. It's what's within you. It could be multiplicity. Who said God cannot heal mental illness? Who said that it cannot be justified? Who said that God cannot heal the blind? Your gifts. When one portion of your eye does not work, who says the other doesn't have the ability or the strength to do so? And one ear cannot hear, who said God will not exhilarate the other one to grasp some sort of volume? His soul's always willing. Look at those that lost a limb. Do you think that their day finishes? Those that are bedbound, do you think God does not hear them or their pain? Do you believe for some reason that he does not come into the homes and houses to comfort their pain each and every day? What makes you think they're not breathing for a reason? They're breathing. Sometimes they don't understand why they have to be bedbounded. Maybe to open somebody's eyes and allow them to see. Maybe those that are bedbounded have to support a specific child. Maybe a child is not being treated right at home and the child just wants to come towards you. Because even if you can't walk or crawl, you're helping someone. You're inspiring them, innovating them to become stronger. allowing them to see that they can go beyond anything that they put their mind and heart and soul to. Sometimes these people that they call them disabled, they are the lesson for others. Maybe to shut them up and not complain. Maybe to allow them to see far beyond any type of battle that they can overcome. Because if they can do it, why can't you? Why does your life have to feel like it's utterly miserable? And it doesn't even have to be. Right? Right. I had to hold this for so long right now. I'm on job 524 and then I had to turn the page and hold it. So I went backwards. Well, let me see. Okay, so we do this stuff of your property, find nothing missing. Okay, so he's gonna make sure that there's nothing missing. It's possibly maybe why he's opening up you guys' ears and eyes. Hello, Jay. Thank you for confirmation. Hello, Cynthia. Where are we? And we're in August. You might find it difficult. It won't be this month. August, September, October, November. Something about November. It will be difficult this month. Things are not easy for someone. They haven't been. Betrayed to believe that everything is fine and it's not fine. Let me know. Come back to me in the month of November. I don't know why I got November, but I got November. Something about November, but it's not going to be easy. So, in the now, no. Sorry, guys. I don't want to make you guys ill. I don't want you guys to be sick. August all month. Yeah, there could be a transition like this month. So it started in the 7th month. We are already in the 8th month. So a lot of you are seeing transitions and possibly changes or states of indications of word of mouth on previous lifetimes or maybe of last year coming right back to you. That's fine. It's so beautiful that some of you already knew for some reason in your hearts that it was going to happen anyways. So you could have just prepared yourself. It could be the possibility. Carlos, there would be no more third party unless she put you as a third party. I would find that very deceiving. That's all I have to say. There will be no more parties. This could be before December. What will you do? It depends on you. It's you. You. Be done with this. It is painful to hear. Be done with this. Be done with this. Must you astray in order for this person to be in despair? And then they feel a sense of defeat, discomforted. What they thought was never. And then what they believe what is, they'll come back to. That's just how it is. So before December, Carlos, let me know. This person had to undergo 6 calamities. Could have been you, because you are the rescuer. 7 no harm were before you, and you're unbothered now. You're not bothered. 6 calamities. You were meant to heal someone, and then you're not bothered. Go before you. It could be the other person. It's not your lesson to partake in. What songs? What's this? What's this? Let's go. Right. Rose up to judge, so that's why it's the time of the judges. The law of the creators, which is the law of the spiritual realm, which is the most high. And surely the wrath against man brings you praise. These are survivors of your wrath are restrained. Pronounced judges or judgment. Who can stand before you when you are angry? That had to be with it. You alone are to be feared. Go forth in chariots lie still. These are like the raging bulls. If we want to see it metaphorically, this is like the raging wolves. Raging, gnashing of teeth, upset, irritated, angry. I will make sure that they sit and stand. They will stand still, stuck, and fall. They must be quiet. Afflicted of the land's wrath against man brings you praise because of the survivors, or survivalists, and from your wrath they are restrained. And this is when they make vows to the Lord, and the Lord fulfills them. And then they let all the neighbor lands bring gifts. That could be also the next one, that could be the next step going on too as well. Who wants to be feared, he breaks the spirit of rulers. He is feared by the kings of the earth. Some of you got a really beautiful, powerful gift coming. Just want you to know that. Some of the rulers of the land, which is possibly maybe in Africa, specific countries, some of them, most of them already have it. They had it since young. They awaken earlier before you. It speaks about me to travel. That's why I get ships in front of me, boats, water, the seas. I'm not to speak of Alaska yet, just yet. Alright, guys. Blessings, take care, and hopefully all those righteous works, especially when you rest. Alright. Take care, guys. Blessings. Thank you.